Noah was a good man. He was known throughout the land for his kindness and integrity. People respected him for his unwavering faith and his dedication to living a righteous life. He loved God very much. Every day Noah would spend time in prayer, seeking guidance and wisdom from the Almighty. His devotion was evident in everything he did. One day, God spoke to Noah. It was a moment unlike any other. The voice of God was clear and powerful, resonating deep within Noah's soul. The world is filled with wickedness, God said. The corruption and violence had reached a tipping point, and it grieved God deeply. I will send a great flood. Noah was scared. The thought of such a catastrophic event was overwhelming, and he felt a deep sense of dread. He had never heard God sound so sad. The sorrow in God's voice was palpable, and it broke Noah's heart to hear it. "But God," Noah asked, "what about the animals, the people?" He was deeply concerned for all living beings, knowing that many were innocent. God said, "Noah, you must build an ark. This ark would be a vessel of salvation, a beacon of hope amidst the impending destruction. It will be a safe place for you, your family, and two of every animal. The ark would ensure the survival of life on earth, preserving the essence of creation." Noah trusted God, even though he didn't understand. He had faith that God's plan, though mysterious, was for the greater good. He knew God had a plan. This plan was beyond human comprehension, but Noah believed in its divine purpose. Noah promised God he would build the ark. He vowed to follow God's instructions to the letter, no matter the challenges ahead. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was ready to obey. With unwavering determination, Noah prepared to embark on the monumental task, trusting that his efforts would fulfill God's will. Building the ark was hard work. It was huge. People laughed at Noah. A flood? They scoffed. "You're crazy." But Noah kept building. He chopped down trees. Day after day, he toiled under the sun, his muscles aching and his spirit unwavering. The jeers and laughter of the people did not deter him. He knew he had a mission, a divine purpose to fulfill. He hammered and sawed. Each nail driven into the wood was a testament to his faith. Each plank he sawed was a step closer to salvation. The ark began to take shape, a massive structure that seemed impossible to complete by one man. He never gave up, not even for a day. Rain began to fall. The first drops were a sign that his hard work was not in vain. The sky darkened and the storm clouds gathered, but Noah continued his work, undeterred by the elements. The people saw the ark and felt afraid. Their laughter turned to fear as the rain poured down. They realized too late that Noah had been right all along. The ark stood as a beacon of hope and a reminder of their folly. They banged on the ark's door, but it was too late. The floodwaters rose quickly and desperation set in. They cried out for help, but the door remained shut. Their pleas echoed in the storm, unanswered. God had closed the door. It was a divine act, sealing Noah and his family inside, safe from the deluge. The light of God's protection surrounded the ark, a symbol of divine intervention. Noah and his family were safe inside. They gathered together, relieved and grateful. The animals, 2 by 2, were also safe, a testament to Noah's obedience and God's promise. The ark floated on the waters, a sanctuary amidst the chaos. The rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. The whole world was covered in water. The ark floated on the water, keeping Noah and the animals safe. Inside the ark, it was dark and scary. The animals were noisy, but Noah never lost faith. He knew God would keep his promise. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Finally, the rain stopped. The sun peeked through the clouds. God had calmed the storm. Slowly, the water receded. The once turbulent waves that had engulfed the world began to calm, revealing the land beneath. The sun's rays pierced through the clouds, casting a golden hue over the emerging landscape. It was a sight to behold, a promise of new beginnings. The ark came to rest on a mountaintop. This was no ordinary mountain. It was a symbol of hope and survival. The ark, which had been their refuge during the storm, now stood as a testament to their endurance and faith. Noah sent out a dove. This dove was more than just a bird. It was a messenger, a beacon of hope. As it soared into the sky, everyone watched with bated breath, hoping for a sign of life. It returned with an olive branch in its beak. This small branch was a powerful symbol. It meant that life was returning to the earth, that the waters had receded enough for trees to grow again. It was a sign of renewal and rebirth. The world was coming back to life. Plants began to sprout, animals emerged from their hiding places, and the air was filled with the sounds of nature. It was as if the earth itself was rejoicing, celebrating the end of the storm and the beginning of a new era. Noah, his family, and the animals left the ark. They stepped out into a world that was both familiar and new. The air was fresh, the ground was firm, and the sky was clear. It was a moment of triumph and relief. They stepped onto the fresh green grass and felt the warm sun on their faces. The warmth of the sun was a comforting reminder that they had survived the storm. It was a new day filled with endless possibilities. God looked down at Noah and smiled. His smile was one of pride and love. He was pleased with Noah's faith and perseverance. It was a moment of divine connection, a reminder that they were never alone. "This is a new beginning," God said. His voice was gentle yet powerful, filling Noah with a sense of peace and purpose. It was a promise of a brighter future, a future filled with hope and prosperity. "I will never forget my promise." God's words were a solemn vow, a covenant that would stand the test of time. It was a promise of protection and love, a commitment to never again bring such devastation upon the earth. "I will never again flood the earth." Noah was so happy. The sight of the rainbow in the sky was a beautiful reminder of God's promise. It was a symbol of hope and a sign that the worst was behind them. He built an altar and thanked God for saving him and his family. The altar was a symbol of gratitude and faith. It was a way for Noah to express his deep appreciation for the divine protection they had received. He knew that even in the darkest times, God was always with him. This realization filled Noah with a profound sense of peace. He understood that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would never face them alone. It was a new dawn, a new hope. Noah's story is a story of hope. It reminds us that even when things are tough, God is with us. He will never leave us, and he will always keep his promises. When you're afraid, remember Noah. Remember his courage and his faith. God is always with you, ready to help you through any storm. Have faith, be strong, and never give up hope. God is always with you.